Am I alive now? Am I alive now? Let me just... Yeah. Mm, Hell yeah. Now I'm live. That was so easy. What? I was... Yeah. I'm live now. I'm definitely live now. Wait a minute. Just let me check. Just let me check, guys. Yeah, that's live. So hello guys, welcome to the stream. Let me just brief you about myself. I'm an Indian. I'm trying to learn a new language, which is English, and I'm trying to actually be fluent with it. That's why it's just my personal project to react to videos and give my personalist opinion on it. I'm a student right now, and so I don't care about any subscribers or even if someone watches me or not, because it's just a personal project so that I can learn and be fluent with English. So it's a win-win situation for me. So yesterday on stream only. So yesterday we watched a video about advanced vocabulary and learned a few new words. And we're gonna repeat that today as well, because vocabulary and language is really good for your brain. I even read it in a newspaper article. Even read an article about this in the newspaper. And I'm gonna fumble, I'm gonna reframe my sentences and all, because I'm just trying to learn. And I'm gonna copy this and let's go.
And in the hospital, she looks pensive.
Wait a minute, guys. Let me yeah. Let me just see this. Let me just. Ubiquitous meant. I'm just gonna recall all the words we learned yesterday, and I'm gonna try to come up with a new sentence with these words so that I could practice it. So let's go. The first word was ubiquitous. Is my screen even visible? Wait a minute, guys. It's visible. The first word is ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means present everywhere. For example, whether you like some place or a company which is present everywhere, whether you like it or not, like McDonald's, Starbucks, it's ubiquitous. For example, God is ubiquitous. Yeah, I could just use the sentence. And even the new viral beam is close to being ubiquitous. Maybe that's what I can say. I don't know. Cumbersome means very burdenous, hard, difficult task. Cumbersome. Facetious means something not to be taken literally or seriously. So I'm gonna use cumbersome, like recalling all the words is a cumbersome task. Facetious. My friend is a facetious guy. Don't listen to him. He's a facetious guy. Don't listen to him. He's a facetious guy. No, I'm not facetious. I'm not a facetious guy. Arduous. Arduous also means a really difficult task. This task is arduous. It's kind of necessary to learn the pronunciation as well. What? Sorry, my typing error, guys.
Arduous.
Arduous. Arduous. Arduous. Arduous. Arduous. Arduous. Arduous. Arduous. Arduous. Presumptuous. It means disrespectful. This man's presumptuous. 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 Pensive. Arduous. 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 Showing lack of respect by doing something you shouldn't do. It's arduous.
And something that is arduous is difficult because it requires a lot of exertion,
Something that is arduous is difficult because it requires a lot of exertion, a lot of effort, a lot of stress,
a lot of thought,
a lot of
energy,
a lot of thought, a lot of energy.
And it's often used to describe something that you have to do,
It is often described as something that you have to do,
like a task, an
like a
arduous task, an arduous problem, an arduous chore. It requires.
Maybe it could even be equated. The synonym of arduous can even be necessary. It's a necessary task. It's a requirement. It's compulsory.
There's a lot of exertion, and it's because
A
of
difficult compulsory task because like you don't have any other option left. You have to do it. And I read about it somewhere. Like when you have to do a task that you don't like, the best way to do it is shift your mindset from I have to do it to I get to do this. Don't think I have to do this. Think I get to do this. By this you practice gratitude and feel positive about the task and end up doing the task better and being happy, even more happy after doing the task because you practiced gratitude and you were like you get to do the task. So it's a positive thing.
that it's just really difficult. It's arduous. Building the sandcastle was an arduous task.
Building a sandcastle was an arduous task.
It's arduous.
Building the sandcastle was an arduous
The
task.
sandcastle was an arduous task. Next is presumptuous. And presumptuous has 4 syllables, and
The next is presumptuous. Presumptuous has 4 syllables and the stress is on the second syllable.
stress is on that second syllable. And the S almost sounds a little more like a Z. Presumptuous. Presumptuous. And if somebody is being presumptuous, then that just means that.
And if somebody is being presumptuous, it
And if somebody is being presumptuous, then that just means that they're showing little or no respect
if somebody is being presumptuous, it just means they are showing little or no respect
for others
for surroundings, for other
by
situations.
doing something that they shouldn't be
But by doing something they are not intended to do.
doing.
They're not intended to do. What intended to do? How to improve your tour name, not tour man. Your pronunciation. You know. Listening example, authentic speech. Okay, record yourself, get to know the phonemic chart, use dictionary, do some exercise, minimal pairs. All right. Okay, that means it's just a matter of feedback. And this phonemic chart, what the heck is this, man? What do you mean by that? Wait a minute, images. Wait a minute. What do you mean by that? Explained. Yeah, for sure, man. Because guys, I just want to improve my
Question. Would you
I just want to improve my pronunciation, my fluency, my English, basically my grammar as well. So let's see what this one's got. Oh,
Hi,
hello.
my students. I'm Ellie at iteachtohelp.com. And today we're going to talk about the phonetic chart.
The phonetic chart. Phonetic chart.
The reasons why I don't like the International Phonetic Alphabet for beginners is you have to remember the symbols and then connect the sounds and then memorize them to the letters in the alphabet.
What?
And the chart isn't organized very well.
Wait a minute. Let me just rephrase these sentences and so that I could learn them.
Sounds and have to remember that for beginners, I don't like the The reasons why I don't like the International Phonetic Alphabet for
The reason I don't like the International Phonetic Alphabet is it's not
beginners
for beginners. Beginners.
is you have to remember the
For beginners is you have to remember the symbols and then connect the sounds and memorize them to the letters in the alphabet.
symbols
And
then
it's not or even organized
and
well.
connect the sounds and then memorize
And then connect the sounds, memorize them
them to the letters
to the letters in
in the
the
alphabet.
alphabet.
And
And
the chart
and
isn't or
and 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 and
and
and
and
and
and
and what the heck? And
and
and the chart isn't organized well. And I don't think so that would be the right pronunciation. Maybe it would be. And the chart
organized
and
very well,
and
in
the chart isn't organized well.
my
Yeah,
opinion.
that feels good.
For beginners, I think an easier method would be more
For beginners, the easier method would be
useful.
more useful.
In the States, I learned long vowels had a line above them, and short ones used a bended line.
Okay.
We used simple sound charts like these, which use the letters and not symbols. Here are the symbols. Let's start with the vowels.
Okay.
This is long and short A,
Okay.
A, and A.
Yeah. 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 A. 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 Say. Yeah. 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 Say. 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 Yeah.
Long and short E,
Okay.
E,
E.
and E.
E.
Long and short I,
Yeah.
I, long and short E, and E.
Eh. Get. 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 Eh. 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 E. C. E. I. Say. Say. Yeah. Say.
And short E.
Guys, wait a minute. Let me just do this. Let's see in full screen how weird I look about this.
Long and short E,
A.
E,
E.
and E.
A.
Long and short I, I,
I.
I.
A. That. That. It. It. That. 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 Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Man, please sit down. And just trying to understand. That's so funny. Like, I look so weird doing this. Now, if someone would just clip me and like post it somewhere out of context, I would just look like a freak. Oh well, I look at it right now too. Wait a minute, let me just rephrase the statement and just cut it out, and just the power of editing, guys. If someone just clipped me, I would look like a freak. Oh well, I look like that now also. Oh well, I already look like that. Oh well, I already look like that. Cumbersome task, you know.
Long and short O. O,
Go.
Ah.
Uh.
Long U,
Not. not, 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 not. I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Because you can just give. I'm not gonna do that. You can just give.
You.
Nah, man. I will talk like this only.
They're being presumptuous, thinking that they can do this or that when they shouldn't do it.
They are being presumptuous when they think they can do this or that. When
It's
they're just being
presumptuous. For example, if you go over to a friend's place, most of us don't just walk inside their home or apartment. You knock on the door because it's polite, it's respectful. If you just walk inside like you own the place, then you would be presumptuous. Or somebody might look pensive. And usually if somebody is pensive, it's because something requires that deep thought.
And generally when someone is pensive, it's because something requires that deep thought.
Could be something serious, it could be something bad or
it could be something serious, it could be something bad or unfortunate.
Unfortunate that makes somebody pensive.
That makes somebody pensive. Well, to be really honest, I am pensive all the time. Like, all the time. I'm just being pensive all the time. I'm just constantly trying. Not trying. I'm just constantly talking to myself. And, thinking about stuff, thinking about future anxiety. Like, yeah, I know that's pretty bad for me. But, I don't know, maybe it's bad. Overthinking is actually good in a sense if it's not bad. Like, if it's not negative, it's pretty good. Well, you can't even define whether something is good or bad because nothing is white or black, to be really honest. To be really honest. Oh, I understand. If I start taking pauses and start to speak a bit slowly, I get the time to rephrase my sentences, pronounce words correctly, and frame my sentences. So I should definitely try to speak slowly from now on. Yeah, I think that's a better thing to do.
And really have to think about something. She's thinking about her friend in the hospital.
She's thinking about her friend in the hospital. She looks pensive. Well, how do you even know what she thinks about? Are you a mentalist or something? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna judge you by that, but just kinda curious to know. Curious to know.
The next adjective, which is another one that I really like, is
The next adjective, which is another one that he really likes, is
circuitous.
The next adjective which he really likes is circuitous.
And circuitous has 4 syllables.
Circuitous has 4 Circuitous has 4 syllables, and the stress is on the second syllable.
And there's a few things going on with the pronunciation. In the first syllable, that's
the circuitous has 4 syllables, and there's something going with the pronunciation.
C is going to have more of an S sound, circuitous. The stress is going to be on that second syllable, and that CU it's kind of like you're saying the letter Q. Circuitous. And circuitous. Circuitous is talking about a very roundabout way to get somewhere. Where
circuitous is talking about a very roundabout way to get somewhere.
You're just not taking the most direct route.
Where you're not taking the most direct route. Because, being what I can understand with the word and the literal meaning, being circuitous is actually good, to be honest, because we are not following the crowd. Well, there's a quote from Warren Buffett which I would like to quote. I would like to quote something which I read about. I think it's from Warren Buffett that it doesn't matter if you go with the crowd, it doesn't matter if you go alone. Thing that the thing that makes you right is your facts. And something like that. I don't remember that well. But the basic crux of it were like that. So, mostly crowd is driven with emotions, fear, greed, like pain and pleasure and all that. So it's not ideal to blindly follow the crowd because you will end up at a place where you aren't actually at the top and you are actually struggling, competing with each other for survival. And here the only one thrives who is against the crowd. The best way to succeed maybe is doing the right thing. Just doing the right thing, not following the crowd blindly. Thinking about the decisions. Being philosophers at some level. Just an advice from a person who hasn't done anything in life, like literally anything. But I am really gonna do big stuff. Gotta get work there. I have work going on for it. I'm pretty excited for it. Like, I'm literally working up for my goals right now. So it's pretty fun.
And I think
I mean, not like fun type, but I'm pretty happy. I'm moderately or lower mode. I'm like minimally excited, and it's cool.
all probably
I'm actually a really calm and non-reactive guy as well, so it works.
tried to go somewhere and maybe we got a little lost and we went way out of our way and we ended up taking a circuitous route.
And we ended up taking a circuitous route. Well, I read it in a book called The Psychology of Money, and it said the plan is to not go with the plan, because every plan works when the situations are right, but it's rarely that the situation is right. Every plan works in the right situations. The plan should work even in the situation which was unpredictable. Then that's something, to be really honest, works pretty well. And I was actually, talking to my friend about overthinking as well. Like, he told that if we overthink, we could possibly predict what could be the future and prevent ourselves from danger. I was like, yeah, overthinking isn't bad at all, but if you are negatively overthinking and looking only at the dark side of it, maybe it could affect your mental health. But in the same book that I just referred, The Psychology of Money, there was another basic theme or point. Like, the book comprises of 22 or like 17 or 18, like I don't remember the exact number of short stories which give the meaning and like give the conclusion, which helps us understand about greed and all. So one point that the book touched was being optimistic with a survivor mindset is the best way to succeed. Like, you are really skeptical about the present situation, that how am I gonna survive? You are in a really survivor mindset, but you're optimistic about the future. That's one of the good ways to look at a situation, so that you can deal with the lows and you are always accepting for the ups. Well, actually, that's a common basic sense of thing, but I just quoted it in some words so that it looks kind of superficial and like something out of the world knowledge, but it's actually common sense, to be honest.
And frequent,
But maybe you don't know. Common sense isn't that common, to be honest, and people are weird. Maybe someone doesn't think like that, and it's not their problem. It's not my problem. It's nobody's problem. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are wrong. Wait a minute, guys. I'm just getting a call. Just wait a minute. Actually, guys, my grandfather just called me to eat pasta. So yeah, let's continue. I just told him that I will come eat it after a few uh, after a few times, after a while.
It's used with this word when talking about the direction that you go, a circuitous route, a circuitous path, and it is just this windy, roundabout way that you try to go and get somewhere.
And you're trying to go get somewhere.
Circuitous.
Circuitous.
We took a circuitous route to reach our
route. It's route. We took a circuitous route to reach our destination. We took a circuitous route to reach our destination. Being circuitous is actually fun.
Next is
a man without a plan is the most fun-loving, but a man with a plan is the most successful. I just quoted something which I just made on the spot, and just put it in a motivational thing or something,
conscientious. And this is a great
conscientious
adjective to describe maybe yourself or someone else. And I think
it means someone that's really productive, really disciplined, self-disciplined maybe, which is the person who likes to do the work, like a hustler maybe, to be honest, like who is the habit of completing the work, and I think that's conscientious.
Pronunciation is what makes many learners avoid this word because they look at it and think, what's going on there? So conscientious has 4 syllables.
So conscientious, the pronunciation of the word, which makes many learners ignore the word and like, what's going on here? We can't understand that. Like, these learners are conscientious has 4 syllables, and the stress is conscious is on the first syllable.
And the stress is on that 3rd syllable, that N.
Well, okay, it's on the 3rd syllable, my bad.
And conscientious.
Conscientious.
That 2nd syllable is what really confuses people because that SCI almost sounds like you're saying she. Conscientious.
Conscientious. And conscientious.
Someone who is conscientious just means that they have a moral responsibility to do their work carefully and also, treat others with respect and be fair to others.
I didn't know that.
Someone who's
morally responsible for doing work carefully and treating others with respect.
Is really able to put themselves in another person's shoes.
Conscientious person is really able to put themselves in some other person's shoes
and really see how they feel
and really see how they feel and understand them.
With them, they are aware of their surroundings, and because of that, we would say they are conscientious.
And great, that's why we will say they are conscientious. Okay, guys, let's see. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. I just gotta go for a poop.